session. It's like NPR's Tiny Desk, except 1,000 times more eventful. Meat's ready? Cool. I have a city page. So press away. This out. So awesome. Okay. I only have my metal dice tonight and no dice box. That's fine. I don't need it. I'll be okay. It's not the end of the world. Oh, easy. This way the party doesn't know when I'm rolling things. I kid. No, we're not. It's the opposite of our goal. Hello and welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Umoja Echoes of Saga 1, or yeah, Season 1, Episode 9 of their campaign. Ignore the one thing that I typed wrong. I did so well setting up everything else early. We're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Everything you're going to see is live storytelling. Cool thing about this story, it can go in any direction, and we don't know what's going to happen. We are down a couple party members tonight, so fortunately the party's split into 3 groups. So we'll be handling the 2 solo players tonight, and then we'll get back to the big group activities next session. If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching this, stop and talk to thine parents. Let's recap last session. Last session started on the 15th of Father. The party is in the nation of Ardor Sarai in the city of Ardor. They were headed to the castle to try and talk to the last assassin they had information on. A lady by the name of Nyla Loonfall. They were told that there is a way to get in contact with her in the kitchens of the nation's capital, the palace known as Zenith Rise. Galay was able to get the party passageway into the kitchens, agreeing to do her friend a favor who seems to have some sort of dirt on her. The party infiltrated the kitchens. Amaru's amulet immediately turning one of the knights nearest the door shattered. She got mad, challenged Amaru to a duel, with the consequences of such duel being that Amaru has to take her out if she lost. Amaru tried very valiantly, with every gut in her being, to maybe throw the match. And has been shackled into a dinner arrangement tonight. That said, there are other pressing obligations. The party asked around the kitchen and met a woman named Sarissa, who claimed to be the wife of the assassin the party was looking for. Sarissa assured the party that Nyla is not out assassinating people anymore, and that she has been declining contracts that have been coming to her. The party left the kitchen with no real substantive information other than a place to find Nyla at her day job. As the party left the castle, it appeared they were being stalked. Nyla was following them and disarmed the party and assumed they were more people trying to hire her to kill important people in the city. After some discussion, I believe she gave you some important information. You're all aware Nyla is still assassinating people, and she told you that she told you exactly where to find Kadam, and that the two, through the knowledge Nyla gave you and the knowledge you have, the two different cults in the city are actually working together with each other, and Nyla gave the party info on how to find her if you're looking for her in the future. Then the party headed to the Magnate's Falcon for Billy's date with Lilfear. One of the stipulations for getting help from Billy's sister was that Billy had to apologize to her ex, who her sister liked a lot. After a very emotional discussion, finding out that Lilfear is a spy, she revealed that people are trying to destroy this nation, and that Draylin and his group, his circle of friends, assassinated the High Priest of Light, who is the leader of a different faith in a different country, and that they have been being watched, and everything that Lilfear and her organization can tell, Draylin and his friends are not behind what's happening in Ardor right now. Until they make any big plays, Lilfear is instructed to follow him and collect information, or stay close to him and collect information, and she has agreed to let Billy help her out with her job, hoping that Billy dies in the process, freeing Lilfear of her emotional attachments. Because that's how that works, it's a healthy relationship. From there, the party split. Amaru and Galay headed towards the docks to help out with the tasks that Galay agreed to. And the rest of the party, Sable, Anthem, and Billy headed to Somar Villa. Billy, Sable, and Anthem are looking to try to get Lethalia Nakart's support to help them assassinate Draylin Madison, her political enemy. And then Ivana is trying to stake out some information on potentially the person she thinks might be pulling the strings for this whole organization. Or rather, not organization, this whole scheme going on in Ardor. So we will pick up right there at the split. It is currently the evening of the 15th of Servant, or of Father. 15th of Father. Okay, I'm sorry, it's the 16th of Father. Last session started on the 15th. Everybody slept, and then it was the 16th. Wait, no, that's not right. Hold on, let me go through my own notes. Okay, it's the 16th. Yes. Sorry about that. It is the 16th of Father. We are in the city of Ardor Serai. The party has said their farewells. It is a 4-hour travel to Somar Villa by horseback. So we will handle Amaru and Galay first, and then we'll jump over to the rest of the party. So let's get some nice nightfall music going. How about, I like this. Give me that, and then give me this. That's beautiful. Oh, Emmy, you soundscape mistress. No, never mind. All right. It is the 16th of Father. We are in the city of Ardor. Amaru, you and Galay make your way over to the Maiden's Watch docks, where you were told, uh, this um, job was happening. Um, as you uh, as you weave your way down to the lower streets, to the roads near these, to the roads nearest the river, as Ardor is built between several rivers on these huge stone chunks of land. Um, you can pass a multitude of different people in the setting sun. Everybody about their different business here. And let me grab my notes. Galay is going to speak up to you as you are walking, and she's gonna say, "Sorry for dragging you into this. Everything in the city seems to come at a cost, especially when you don't have any roots in it like you or I."
Well, nobody works for free in this world.
Um, she's gonna nod and say, um, there was a part of me that was excited to travel with Ivana. I didn't think she'd ever ask me to be one of her unrepentant partners, but it was exciting to potentially be away from. She gestures. Whatever the hell this is we're going into.
I'm not sure what you think my background is, but this is really one of my first times in a situation like this. So I'm glad to have someone a little more experienced in it, but I do hope that I'm not too much of a burden in whatever occurs here.
Galay is going to shake her head and say, Samira knew some of the people that helped bring me into town. They were all smugglers. If it's anything like what they were into, ideally we're just doing a bit of the dirty work, but somebody else is ultimately going to be doing the worst of it. Will be grunts in the background.
That's exactly where I like to stay, the background.
Galay is gonna nod. As you guys walk down this road, you see the traditional Maiden's Watch docks, and Galay is going to turn off into a neighborhood on the western edge of this strip of land, turning and walking under a walkway of covered stone, through what feels like some of the hardest to reach and most disregarded areas of Ardor Sarai. If you were to, as soon as you walk through this passageway and you look up, there is just this daunting city built on all of these cascading hillsides in the middle of this river, or cliff sides in the middle of this river. And then the foundation of the city, towers and buildings and everything stacked upon that, and that whole shadow is kind of cast over here. Um, and the area you find yourself in is in a little bit of neglect and a little bit of disrepair. These docks on this side of the river often don't get used much. Um, but uh, there are a wealth of people that you do find here as you turn into your final neighborhood. Um, it seems like everybody is up to something, crates being unloaded, nets being pulled and lifted or hoisted into the air on contraptions of pulleys. There are uh, three-story buildings built into the stone wall of the cliffside, lining the north walk of these docks. Between the docks, the street, or rather, the street is between the docks and these buildings. Uh, Amaru, give me a perception check.
Oh, I am still starting roll 20. Uh, I,
That's fine. Would you like me to
I,
roll it for you?
yeah, thank you.
Okay. Let me pull up your sheet. Perception. Come on, Emmy, you're good at stuff. Boom. Oh, Amaru, what do you see with your special eyes and your nat 20? Um, for uh, for Amaru, you and Galais stop and start looking around. Galais looking for Samiran, um, looking across all of the different people out over here. While it's easy to just kind of keep moving in this city and keep to yourself cloaks up, there is a little bit too much of that in this neighborhood. As you look person to person to person to person, cloaks up, um, not knightly dueling blades or oath blades at these people's waists, but some concealed weapons that you can see, like the little points of daggers between or underneath cloaks. Some cutlasses, uh, and saber. Well, yeah, I guess maybe a few sabers, but everybody down here has a edge of deadliness to them. Um, and for that nat frickin' 20, I would say Amaru is able to put together that a lot of these look like traps and obstacles and stuff that's like being laid, things that are kind of dangerous for a city. Out in the boat, or out in the river, there are two rafts that are drifting by that are constructing um, something that almost looks like siege equipment here. In all of this chaos, you do find Samiran, and you can point him out if you want. Um, do you want to say anything or ask any questions?
Um, I'm not gonna ask anything. We're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna try and uh, just sort of nudge. Uh, I'm forgetting their name.
Galay.
I'm so, Galay, yes. I'm going to just kind of nudge Galay and like point out Samiran to her without actually like saying anything out loud.
All right. Um, you can point out to her. She'll see him through the crowd and move in front of the alleyway that he is standing by. Samirin has. I will give you 2d4 worth of other goons helping him. Oh, you guys are stacked. There are 8 other goons here. Samirin has a whole cart of barrels and crates that these people are unloading. As you come over, and Galea is going to raise a hand to him, and Ilyaria, she greets him. Samirin is going to nod towards the crates for Amaru. Her and Samirin are going to break off and talk for a moment.
Amaru's gonna like start move. They're being moved, right? She's gonna start moving them and
You can
talk to herself like loud enough that they can absolutely hear, but quiet enough that it sounds like she's talking to herself. All this, and I'm nothing but a dock worker.
And I'll say you can say that as you start moving these crates. It's almost like the labor of an ant worker. You don't exactly know what you're doing, but you see what everybody else is doing, so you can kind of get in line and follow like this trail of labor. Grab this, move it over here, set it down. But I'm gonna say, since you're from the Maphis University, and you are a scholar and have a eye out for all the new inventions that are constantly coming out of the university, you are going to recognize at least half of these barrels that you're moving. This is what is called Minlor's Death Candle Sludge. It is a weird alchemical concoction that, when pressurized and shaken, it becomes acidic and explosive. More commonly referred to by people outside of the university as blasting sludge. There is enough of it here to level a whole neighborhood.
Amaru is like very making a conscious effort to not think about what this is for or where this is going and just handle it very carefully.
Okay. You know what? How about you give me a charisma save of just having a totally cool, calm look on your face of like whatever these crimes are. Okay. You are going to you're going to be a little panicked, but you can keep your expression mostly controlled. As you are moving these barrels, Samirin and Galay don't step out of sight as they are talking. Galay is visibly distraught enough that you can hear her half of the conversation. If you want to listen in, though, you can give me a perception check to hear Samirin's half of the conversation.
Wow, who would have thought that barrels of explosives are maybe being used for something not great? I wonder what she could possibly be upset about.
And you will beat Samirin's stealth check. Just, as you are moving these crates, you can pull like one barrel off of the cart, set it down for a second, and catch your breath like midway step, and lean away and listen to what they're saying. Samiran is going to um, say, look, a little arson, a little explosives. It's going to be okay. We're going to get the kill, and then we'll be rolling in enough gold and rubies that we can say, screw this city, go wherever we want. Galea is going to say, but I want to live in this city. And he's going to say that, well, you can't do that with your little smuggler's records and all of the unrepentant if they know what you're up to. Galea is going to shake her head and say, that was hardly anything that I was involved in. Samiran is going to say, we're killing one unrepentant. 2 assassins have already tried, and she killed both of them. This time, we don't take any chances. They want her dead. They don't care who else or what other collateral is involved. These people have big pockets, and it's open season. Whoever gets her head first gets the money. It's what everybody else is here for. And you know what? If we catch half of them in the explosions, Arter's probably better off for it. Galea looks visibly twisted at this before she finally says, so what's my role in all of this? You have Maru for muscle. Samiran's going to say she's got a half dozen other routes to get out of this neighborhood if she realizes what's happening. We need you to go be bait. Just go put on that natural charm that you have and lead her to our alleyway, and then we'll light the charges and you're all good. I'm all good. I'm gonna be in the middle of it. Samiran is gonna skulk off before they sat. Galea is gonna say, how am I... Do I have to tell you how to do everything? She's going to shake her head and say, fine. Fine. Samiran's going to scoff at her and walk back to the wagon and kind of lean against it as his goons keep on loading things. He'll look at Maru, and say, what?
Nothing, just resting. And she immediately gets back to loading.
Okay. You all can unload the stuff off these wagons for the next little bit. Everybody else is setting up all around here. By the time the last barrel is loaded, or even taking breaks in between, do you want to do anything or ask any questions or poke around any with the Maru?
I don't know. It's right on the line for Amaru where she both doesn't want to get involved because it's just a job, but also it is getting a little too much for her.
Okay. I'll say you can see Galea sitting down on a set of crates. Her head, or rather her chin, is like in between her hands. You can see her puzzling things out in her mind as you work. If you want to pull away and talk to her and express your concerns, that would not be an awful idea.
I am going to go over to her.
Okay. Galea is going to look up at you, her calculating expression quickly changing to that smile she always wears and says, Amaru, uh, sorry, I was lost in thought.
You don't have to put up the act. I heard everything.
Yeah. So you know we're killing a fucking unrepentant member?
We're being asked to.
Yeah, I can't do that. Ivana will never look at me again.
Well, we have that in common. Um, but if we're not going to do it, how do we get out of it? How do we stop it, even?
Galay is going to look around at everyone here. Just dozens of either assassins or thugs or hired muscle, just all skulking about this neighborhood. She's going to say, well, if anything that I've learned, the unrepentant are really good at killing people. If we let her know what's up, maybe she can fight her way out, but this is a lot. Samiran said there's a half dozen other ways out of here. He's gonna use me as bait to lure her out. Maybe I can grab her and we find a different path.
It's not the most insane idea. It's probably for the best. Probably the best idea.
Galay is going to call out to Samiran and say, Samiran, he looks over and says, what? She'll point at Amaru and say, I'll need my friend to help me. She's, Samiran waves his hand and says, her funeral, whatever. Galay is gonna say, they're really going to drop a neighborhood on top of me.
Hey. We're gonna be alright, friend. We're gonna get out of this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Or deception.
No, we're going with persuasion. You know what? Galay is visibly distraught at this. I think a lot of her crimes stop short of actually killing people. That she's not involved in this stage of it. And I think, like, that would be enough to at least bring her back to some form of, like, yeah, we can do this. And what's Amaru's current fortune at? You're at 66 fortune? Oh yeah, you got plenty of fortune. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you for that just moment of reassurance, I'm going to give you a special 1d6. You can add the d6 to any roll you want. Damage roll, healing roll, rolling hit dice, d20 roll, a fortune roll, or anything you want. And it will increase that roll by that much. And this is a little Emmy gift to Sora for you don't have any other party members to help you, but also because I like the hand on the kid's shoulder of like, we're gonna be okay. Um,
I'll put it to good use.
okay. Oh, by the time night falls, um, Amaru, all of these people are going to be set up around here, and just before the bay gets like a little bit too dark to see across the river without like what ships have lights on them, those two rafts have no lights on them, and you've been watching like what they've been constructing. Um, and it is a piece of siege equipment. It is a whole ass ballista, um, put or constructed across two large rafts floating out in the water. Um, they get it put together and aimed at this neighborhood by the time night falls. So you do have eyes on one path. You are aware that Samiran's workers have, or Samiran's thugs have, booby trapped this whole alleyway. So let me see all who's involved here and get all of my NPC portraits opened. Not that, you potentially might run into other NPCs here. Or what's going on. That's nothing. Alright. And one last one. Alright, by the time night falls and settles in well, it is on Galay to lead the unrepentant member into this trap. Samiran will give her a little bit more information. I like this. The lady that you all are here to kill is a unrepentant member by the name of Daphne. She is a very prominent member of the order. These are the water clerics, the religion that prioritizes life. The unrepentant are the few members of the Chantry who go against the teachings of the Chantry in order to protect those who are most at risk from those who don't follow the teachings. So the unrepentant are essentially the people who murder murderers, and am I going to give you any more information than that? Well, I will reiterate something that was said earlier. Daphne has been targeted twice already, or has a assassination contract out on her. A hit, much like the ones you've been seeing in the city going on various different members. She has killed two assassins who have been after her. Two very well-trained, prominent Ardorian assassins. This is not an easy mark, and whoever has paid for this contract has said that anyone that kills her gets the remainder of the contract. It has brought out all of the gutter feeding thugs and gangs of Ardor, and the assassins who don't often get a lot of work as their as the first choice for a contract. People who don't go into one building, subtly, eliminate one target and disappear. These are the Ardorian assassins in the sense of we'll just drop the building on them. And yeah, it comes time that you and Delay are bait to lure this lady out. The house that everybody is set up around, one of those 3-store townhomes built into the stone wall. You can, Delay will walk forward and knock on the door. A person will open it, and he'll eye Delay suspiciously for a moment before Delay says, "I'm with Samiran." He'll nod and say, "Good luck." Pats her on the shoulder. He's going to walk out, closing the door behind him. Delay is going to swallow. You can look around. It looks like you're in what seems to be a nice furnished home. There are sofas around and nice potted plants. Glay will call her and say, "Hello?" She walks around and looks for the stairs. She begins climbing the stairs. Amaru, do you want to do anything, or do you want to just follow her lead?
I'm just going to follow her for now. If is it likely that like Samiran has people guarding like other routes too? Or is it this is the one path we're taking this unrepentant down, and if we...
So, Samiran's not the only one here. So there are other gangs in the neighborhood. You saw kind of everybody was eking out territory around this place. So some group has a path to the north, another has a path to the east, another group has a path to the south, and there's a little bit of like uneasiness of like watching each other while you were outside. So generally, wherever she goes, somebody's going to try and kill her. Samiran wants to be the one to do it, so she wants you all to lead her to the path that they have been able to stake a claim to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Walking upstairs, you get to the 3rd floor, and there is a man leaning against the wall. He is sitting on his butt, and he is bleeding profusely, exhaling. There is a woman standing over him, and she is going to say, she has a hand on his chest, or on his shoulder where he's been stabbed, putting pressure on the wound, and she's going to say, "It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You're going to be okay." The man is breathing on the floor. She'll look up at the two of you entering the building, and her hand will go to her sword at her waist. And I think she'll probably say, "Right there's far enough." Goulet is going to say, "Is he dying? I have a healing potion here." She'll pull one out of her satchel. The woman puts up her hand and says, "No, he attacked us and tried to kill my liege." Galay is going to look at him, kind of put things together, and say, "Oh, one of the assassins." The woman's gonna nod and say, "Plenty of those lately. Right there's far enough. No more blood needs to be shed here today." Galay is gonna say, "You look just a little bit older than me. You're the one they're all after?" The woman is going to say, "They're all? Who all?"
I'm gonna. Amari's gonna look at Galay and just kind of judge. Do we tell her right now that everywhere is completely fucked and we've been tasked with bringing her to her death? Or do we not say that all at once?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check for Maru. And I think Galay is going to, like, mouth and shrug and say, "She's unrepentant." That's a pretty daggone good intelligence roll. Yeah, Amaru, you've seen these unrepentant ladies and knights and paladins. They are very well trained and often always on ready for danger. Very rare that you ever see one like not in their armor or not ready for a fight. You can probably put two and two together that this is somebody's apprentice and not the person that they're here, that everybody else is here for. You can unload all of that information, but whether or not she can do anything about it, you're uncertain, as Daphne has yet to be located here. So I think Galay would follow your lead on this. Do you want to tell her everything, or keep looking for the lady in charge?
Oh, fuck. I just had a really bad leg cramp. That was not meant to. That's not what I say. I don't just like look at her and go, "Oh fuck."
That's pretty appropriate for the situation.
I guess it is, but Amaru is going to. You know what? Let's go with deception. I'm going to go with where. Well, actually, I guess it's not entirely a lie, but I am throwing a lie in here. We're here on unrepentant business. We need to see your liege immediately. It's very urgent.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that deception check.
The dice like me tonight.
That
for once.
Is good. So it's worth noting, Galay is the most Ililnagian you have ever seen. Ililnagai is on the equator of the world, and so a lot of the people in the country have these bronze Brazilian complexions, and she's got darker skin than everyone else here. She's got a symbol of the Given Wills hanging off of her belt. A totally different faith from this lady. There's like an eye of suspicion that she has for both of you. But there's also, you haven't drawn blades and you seem genuine. Uh, she's going to stand up from the bleeding man and say, "Keep pressure on this, or else you're gonna die." He's going to nod, taking over his own wound and leaning back against the wall. Um, and she'll say, "Follow me, but one wrong move and you'll be just like him."
Amaru will like purposely keep her hands like crossed in front of her, like clearly not reaching for a weapon on her back or reaching for her sword.
All right. Um, she'll lead you into an office, um, and open the door. You hear two people talking, um, and you can see Daphne is standing over the desk of a dwarf who is sitting and leaned back in his chair. Um, he's going to say, Daphne, honestly, you know I try and help you when you come by and you shake up my operations. We have a friendship. If I knew more about this, I would tell you. She's going to open her mouth to reply before she stops and sees her apprentice walk in. And she'll say, Mava, uh, what's going on? You know, I asked you to watch the door. We're being hunted. She's going to nod and say, other members of the Order, or at least business with the Order. Daphne's going to look at the two of you. The most Ililnagian that she's ever seen. And then I would say Amaru is pretty noticeable in terms of how she dresses and holds herself, but you wouldn't be as overt. There's a study up and down of her before, or of you both, before she says, "Is this some sort of joke?"
Should I just, I'm just gonna commit to it. Amaru, like, looks straight at her. Daphne, ma'am, we've been sent to lure you to your death. Do with that what you will.
Do you want to, like, add anything else to that delivery, or is that, like, that just...
I just wanna give her the truth straight up right out the gate. But I do, like, hope that shows that I'm not trying to do that anymore.
Yeah, and I think she'll, like, not instantly responding with aggression, because, after all, she is an unrepentant member, or, Chantry of Unity member, and she'll say, well, you're doing a pretty shit job of it. Bridges chance I'll follow you anywhere now.
Okay, I didn't exactly think of where I was going next with this.
I think Galay will jump in and say, this whole neighborhood, people know that you were here. There are gangs of Ardorian hitmen all around, everywhere, just waiting for the second you step out of here. She will turn and say, Lockrai, you set me! He begins casting a spell, and he dimension doors out of the room. Fuck!
Coward.
Mava, let's go. You two, she's going to say, thank you. I don't know what streak of courage you found, but Umiya's blessings that you found it when you did. he's going to begin moving down the stairs.
Question out of character is what, like, is it just the one alleyway is set to blow basically? So if they go another way, they'll.
Yeah. So from what you saw, there was only Samirin was taking as much of like a scorched earth approach. Other people were rigging like nets, dart traps, had like archers around, had groups of people with like swords. Samirin's philosophy was, I'm not even gonna fight her. Other people are trying to subdue and kill her. The alleyway is probably certainly instant death. And I would like to also respond to your question with a ballista bolt crashing through the wall of the upstairs office.
Holy fuck!
Let's see. Turn this off and... well, you know what? They still have to make an attack roll against the house. Which I believe a 15 is going to hit the house. Oh my god, Emmy, come on! In what world? Okay, that's fine. I think if that damage was higher and the destruction was higher, then I would make you all roll like some dexterity saves. But I would say as you all start going down these stairs, this ballista bolt is not going to crash through the room and send rubble and debris like flying across the stairway and smattering into all of you, but it's going to break straight through a window and launch itself into break the wooden wall of the next building and lob itself into the stone cliffside on the other side of the wall. Daphne is going to see that and say, "Move!" Picking up haste. All right. So, Amaru, I'm going to be asking you some quick fire questions. And essentially, you're only going to have a little bit of time to make these decisions in character, but I'll try not to pressure you too much out of character. But generally, I would say, Amaru, with your intelligence check earlier, your nat 20 perception check, and just seeing what you're up against, if you all try to fight your way out of here, as you get to the first floor, through the front door, you have 3 different gangs of thieves and cutthroats to fight through. And that includes whoever is out on the boat launching ballista bolts at you and this lady. I would say it is going to be a shit chance. Probably your worst chance is going to be fighting your way out of this. And they will say, let's go to the kitchen out through the alley. The alley is probably instant death. There is a cellar that is connected here. It is where it connects to the Ardorian sewer system, and hopefully leads out to one of the rivers. That is the area you have the least information about. Which would you like to try? I would say, like, you guys get to the bottom of the stairs. Mava is going to go towards the door, and Galet is going to say, "There's a shit ton of people out there. And Daphne is going to say, we go out through the back, through the alley, and you are going to be risking your chances with dexterity saving rolls if you go that way. And I guess the information I guess you'll get from the cellar, when Galay tells the Mava to stop, she'll say, well, there's the cellar. You have a brief moment between these 3 pulls. Which way would you like to try?
The alley's rigged to blow, and we're never making it out of a sea of swords. Which way to the cellar?
Mava will lead you. Oh shit. She is. Unfortunately, they're not gonna just leave that guy behind. So, Daphne will be carrying that injured thug on her shoulder. And Mava will lead you into the kitchen, down a set of stairs, into the cellar. Galay will light a torch. Well, I guess.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Can I? This is gonna be. I have no idea if this is going to save Galay, or if this is going to just doom her, or if I shouldn't even do this. But I want to stop Galay and tell her, you... Fuck. You don't go here. Find Samirin, tell him that I did this, that I was the one that helped them escape, and that you tried to stop me.
Galay is gonna, there's this look of, thank you in her eyes, and then also of, shit, I can't abandon you. But not the time to argue. Before she concludes on any thought, she says, punch me in the eye. Just do it.
No hesitation, of our absolutely decks her in the face.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Oh shit, I have Tavern Brawler too.
That's fine.
Oh wait, do I? No wait, that was another... Never mind, I don't have that. Do I? I forget if that was this character or not.
No, you do not.
I do not. I was thinking of someone else, okay. I was thinking of old character.
What attack for a crit?
Shit, where the hell is this?
It will just be 1d20 plus your strength.
Oh, just strength.
Yeah, plus your proficiency bonus. Would you like me to roll it for you? Oh,
I got it. Oh, come on!
Well, it's not a d4. You just deal double damage, so you are going to deal 2 points of you're going to deal 2 points of bludgeoning damage of just a really good right to the eye. It looks real convincing. Galay's going to stumble back, falling onto the stairs. And I would say she's behind the whole group. She shakes her head and is going to get back up and say, okay, oh shit! We'll meet at the Lucky Lass tonight.
I'll see you there. With the most I'm getting out of this situation, trust me, please.
Alright. Galay is going to stumble up the stairs and out of the door. You know what? For another ballin' ass decision, I'm gonna give you another one of those D6s. So you have two of them for whatever you want to use it on. Give me, with your caution, give me a not a dexterity, a perception check downstairs.
Oh
Maru,
my
you are
god!
killing it tonight. As you, Daphne, and Mava begin climbing down the stairs, this man on her shoulder is gonna start laughing. Just you get the sense that something is wrong. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you can see it is very dimly lit. The guy who owned this building, Lockrai, he was a spellcaster. You're from a magical university. It does not take you long to make out spell runes in the dirt. Presumably this path is trapped. With that perception check, I will also say that you are going to know exactly what spell this is. Let's see. This is... Oh, I'm sorry.
It's Wish casting 10th level fireball.
No, this is an explosive rune spell. It's
not too far off.
Yeah, it's not quite as much as those blasting barrels all put outside. Significantly harder to like level a building or a neighborhood with this, but it can make one room a real hell of a situation.
You know what? Channeling my true chaotic neutral, I've done too much good today. I'm going to get the goon guy that was laughing. I'm going to, like, grab him from Daphne's back. Here, give him this. And I'm going to, like, motion for Daphne to move back and then shove him into the runes.
Okay, how do they feel about this? It's pretty 50-50 on it. Daphne's, like, face is gonna go wide, as you wrangle this body and, you know, shove the man down into the stairs. He goes, and the explosive runes are going to go off. He'll take, 5d8, well, he's actually on the brink of death, so I think he's dead. There is a moment of reflection of like, what's the moral weight of our actions? No time to think about that. The runes, just each one of these little circles starts to rotate. Just the room just covered in flames for a second. Amaru, standing at the front of this explosion, you are resistant to fire. You can just kind of arm up, take the brunt of the heat as it passes over. Some of the crates, items, and things in the room are on fire. You see a heavy wooden door has been blown up in the back of the cellar, with a stone staircase leading downwards in a small little stone hallway that spirals around. There is a bit of moss and moss on the wall that would indicate some moisture. The three of you can head towards it. All right. Following the path downwards, there are going to be three men down here waiting on by the edge of the sewers. Their backs are turned for a moment as they say, um, "The runes went off. Guinea must have not. It's too early. No, we go." They're gonna turn and start moving up the start moving up the sewer canal. You are in a small you are in a small stone tunnel. There is water flowing in the middle of this path with about a 5-foot walkway on either side and 10 feet of river in the middle. There is a small stone section of wall that is that you three are able to hide behind. You will be revealed in a moment. What's the call here?
Um, fuck. um, I guess fighting through 3 people is a lot better than whatever was out the front door. But
Okay. So give me. How about this? We're getting a little bit close to the time that Misty has to go. So give me 3 attack rolls, and then we'll come back to how Amaru and Daphne um, fare through here. Swords out. Daphne looks at you, nods, and the 3 of you step forward. Um, and I'll roll 3 for the boss, and then that'll just kind of be like our overview of like who's got the upper hand of this combat. They do not have advantage. I just don't have it disabled, so that will be for the boss. Then you can give me 3 for Amaru. Um, all right.
woo.
Swords out. Swords out. Let's do this, Leroy Jenkins. No, I'm kidding. Misty, do we have about 20 minutes left before you have to go?
I'd also just be okay resolving my section next time. And if you just want to resolve this right now, I'm fine with that.
Okay. I'm so sorry for.
No, don't worry about it. This is so entertaining. I'm having the time of my life listening to this right
Okay.
now.
Great.
I will have to go in about 13 minutes though. So
Okay. Hey, surprise, Sora. Merry Christmas. Your attacks are getting resolved now. So of the 3 of you are going to spill out into the sewer. It is a very tough situation. There is not a lot of space for anybody to make mistakes, and it is not a lot of space for other people to have footing. Pretty much you have one person leading before they have to either fall back or get kicked off. I think Daphne would take the charge. The boss is going to do amazing grabbing the upper hand here, and he is going to land a strike between her plate mail, probably like cutting part of her arm. Her apprentice is going to step forward, but I would say before that, Amaru fills in the gap as she's like going backwards, like laying on hands and tending to her wound. And Amaru, you were able to, deflect one blow, get the momentum. I would say you can get an attack off on this boss, and he is staggered. If you want to kick him into like the canal of sewage, you can kind of press forward with both of your group and have like the people behind you fight him down, and he'd be fighting up with disadvantage. Or if you want to try and land some finishing blow, I would say you can just roll me another flat d20, and he'll roll one more, like if he can even maintain his self.
Flat D20?
Yeah, just give me a flat d20 roll, and I'll tell you it's not going to be very hard. And I'm sorry, I meant an attack roll, so I'm gonna add +6 to that. But yeah, Amaru, as the boss is commanding his goons, you are just going to be able to cut straight through him. The other two are going to kind of fold behind him. They are going to run and say, "Shivs will get him at the entrance. Come on, let's get out of here. We're not dying here." They both scamper away. Amaru, I would say your group is going to get out of this with 4d4 of damage. I'm going to send the first two at Daphne, taking 5. And I'll send the first 3 at her, taking 8 points of damage, and I'll give that last 4 to you, of just minor cuts and stuffs that you got scraping with this guy. But for the most part, you feel pretty good about this. The 3 of you don't exactly know how to navigate these sewers. If you can, I'm gonna say DC 18 gets you into a deeper section of Maiden's Watch that you can climb your way out of a you can climb your way to one of these wells that go underneath this canal, that go to some of like the smaller, more impoverished neighborhoods. Otherwise, a DC 12 will get you out to the nearest opening to the river nearest this neighborhood, and I would say DC 20, you could probably navigate this into some sort of government building that would you'd be completely safe. I did roll for the 2 people with you. Unfortunately, they couldn't clear it.
Which skill is it?
Survival, or there's an intelligence one for moving about. Let me look. I would do survival, or I'll take survival, or I will take investigation, of just trying to read some of the shorthand notes for like the city engineers, who's like C4 dash Maiden's Watch 13, of like what neighborhoods these are, or where you're at, and like what sections of the town that you're in.
Oh, there it goes.
That's beautiful. So now you do have those 2d6s. I don't know if it's worth using those on this chat, because you could potentially end this now if you roll a 6 and a 6. But otherwise, you're going to be stumbling out at nearest exit to the water.
Uh, just whatever gets us out, I guess. I don't think I'm gonna try for 2d6s. Two
Yeah,
sixes.
you can get to the northern docks, coming out of the sewer canal to a area that flows out to the rivers, and a small ledge of this running water will be dropping off, and you can step onto some of the um, wooden walkways. Uh, it feels great looking up and seeing the moonlight. You don't see anyone necessarily around you until almost moving like a motorboat. Water is splashing behind those two rafts. The ballista kind of like tilted upwards, and the rafts coming down on the waves bobbing. The ballista takes aim at you from the river, shooting into the wooden walkways and scaffolding of this exit to the river. It did nat 20. So what I'm gonna need is a dexterity saving throw. You guys hear these splashing of water, and you look and it's like, how the fuck is that raft move? Oh shit! The ballista bolt is just going straight at you. The DC for this is going to be DC 14.
I'm gonna do the d6 here. I don't
Alright.
want to get hit by a ballista.
The ballista is going to crash through the wooden scaffolding, narrowly just missing you. Everything falling on top as it hits into the stone side of the other side of the sewer. Debris is going to go everywhere. You are going to take damage from that smattering of everything. Fortunately, half as much as if you would have gotten impaled by this thing. And the unrepentant are going to... Oh, now they roll nat 20s. Good God, this dice is throwing out 20s tonight. The unrepentant are going to roll the saving throw again. You all take 21 points of damage, dodging this ballista bolt. The ballista from the boat. Unfortunately, the boat is now trained on you, and you can see they have some sort of elemental moving it through the water. I would say outrunning this thing is going to be wildly difficult. So what we'll do is we'll go to the chase scene. Unless you have another idea of how to get away from this boat.
I have total trust in my attack rolls, and I'm going to longbow shot the elemental. No, I'm not doing that. That's.
That's a great idea. I didn't even think about that.
Actually, that's a good question. How far away is it?
I would say it's in range of a longbow shot. Unfortunately, the way these rivers weave between these sections of town, it's not like... I don't think they could get, more than like 200 feet away. And I think longbows are like 180, 160.
150.
150? I'll say it's within range. I'll say it's within 120.
You know what? I'll take it.
Okay. Give me a shot against the water elemental moving the boat, which I didn't stat up, but that's fine because I've ran enough water elementals that I can approximate their AC. Is your bow magical?
It is just a longbow.
Okay, that is fine. Roll me damage, or roll me an attack roll.
Uh,
Um, yeah, you are going to pull out your you're gonna pull out your bow, look at this thing, get ready to take a shot, and it is a zippy little thing. It is going to dodge underneath the waves. The boat's still kind of bobbing forward, and then it'll come back up. Um, and then keep pushing the boat. You did miss its AC, unfortunately.
yeah, I got that impression.
That's fair. Let's see what these ladies have on their sheets, because they are rolled up. So... Oh, one of them has an aura. Look at that. That's beautiful. The Unrepentant is going to... Daphne is going to kneel down to the water, put her hands in it, raise it up, chant a prayer, and rising up from the river is going to be a thick cloud of fog. The boat will be shooting at disadvantage at you, but also it's going to be rolling a I'm gonna say it's got a 40% chance to hit. Not like a 40% chance to hit you, a 40% chance that it's shooting generally in the right area that it can damage someone. So what I will do is I'll roll a percentage die first. If it just completely whiffs that 40%, the bolt is going to, just fly through the fog, hitting nothing. And if it hits, then I'll roll. If it does touch that 40%, then I'll roll with disadvantage at you. With that, give me a flat d20 roll. We are on the chase table, and I will tell you what the results are. Daphne is going to say, come on, let's go. It's only a matter of time before those other gangs catch up too.
Hey,
That is gonna be a 7.
I used all my luck.
I gave you 2 of them. You still have 1 more. Oh, you used all your luck. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. On a 7, you run into a brawl in progress. Make a DC 15 Strength Athletics check, or DC 15 Acrobatics, or Charisma Intimidation check, your choice, to get past the brawlers unimpeded. On a failed check, you take 2d4, and the brawlers count as 10 feet of difficult terrain. Alright, so as the 3 of you are running, you are climbing up this scaffolding, trying to get back to the upper roads that go into the rest of the district and away from the rivers. I would say that there's another one of those gangs here, and they're just like flat out in a slugfest of just like, she's fucking armor, get out of here! Oh, no, Boss Grotto's got this area! And they're just like, I would say all of these people who are originally here to kill Daphne and you are all engaged with each other. So it's your choice. DC 15 Athletics, Acrobatics, or Intimidation check to get past.
Intimidation is my best, so we will go with that.
Woo!
It's back!
Fuck, that's her. Oh, they're all going to like raise their hands and just like back during the path. You, Daphne, and Mava are going to just like walk by, like those slow eyeballs to each other. And it's worth noting, there's like blood on each of you. Not, well, you actually might be bloodied, but I would say also someone else's blood. Like, there's like that, oh shit, they've been through something. Okay, roll me one more, d20. You've got 1 success. You need 3 to get away. 4.
Oh.
A maze of barrels, crates, or similar objects stand in your way. Make a DC 10 acrobatics or intelligence check to navigate the maze. On a failed check, the maze counts as 10 feet of difficult terrain. You're not gonna believe me, but I just nat 20'd this twice. Good God, this dice is insane tonight. You're going to see Mava and Daphne just start leaping across these crates and barrels.
So amazed by it that I just like run headfirst into them.
Now, again, your d6 on a 6 or on a 5 passes. But unfortunately, that's not going to be a success. I would say that on that failure, there's like enough of a pause of like the cloak of mist following you that the assassins are going to shoot sporadically. They are aiming at the right section for Amaru, and you know what? I'm gonna roll this on here. 2d20, and each of these is gonna be +5. Wait, that's 1d20. Well, I mean, that's not gonna hit. D20, so 11 and a 2. Or no, I'm sorry, 2. That's gonna be a 7. That's gonna miss. Amaru, as you like try and follow this and try and hop and swing up, like following these unrepentant, the cloak of mist is gonna get, you're gonna be like right on the edge of it, running too slow, and you are going to see just a ballista bolt. It shoots right past you through the mist, just missing the scaffolding and missing you. You can hurry up and climb. They'll wait for you. Go ahead and roll me another d20. Seven. You run into
Again.
another brawl in progress. So that's going to be the same check. This one, I would say probably one of these groups discarded some gear over here, and there are some vagrants just fighting over it.
Intimidation again.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Pretty daggone good. 2 successes. Roll me one more d20. Another ballista bolt also is just going to completely fly through the cloak of mist. At a 10, I would say you get to the road, and you're, as you do, you just have to make like one good leap. Here, make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw, to navigate the leap, or you'll collide with something hard and take 1d4, bludgeoning damage. I would say falling to a platform or a section of this wall or road below. Amaru!
Beautiful.
Beautiful! You are going to just leap valiantly up. You are all on the upper road. You can zigzag your way to the upper reaches of town. Eventually, there is no angle in which this boat can keep sight on you and keep firing these bolts. You
If
can blend in with the rest of Maiden's Watch, and you are safe.
the last thing she does before she kind of goes to blend in is she just gives double middle fingers to whoever's on the ballista.
The man on the ballista, let's see. No, not the boss. Is a Dwarven assassin by the name of Constor Stonebreaker. But yeah, you'll see almost in a Saturday morning cartoon fashion, just the dwarf on the pivoting ballista shaking his fist and say, "This isn't the last you've seen of Constor Stonebreaker." All right, but otherwise, you are able to blend in to the crowd, walking with Daphne. She's going to say, by the four, that was a good show of it. We owe you our lives. What's your name?
Amaru Willarina, you, if you want to pay me back, please just treat, there's a unrepentant named Ivana. Please just see to it that she's treated well.
Daphne's going to nod and say, "Hey, I know how to pay debts. This isn't the last you're gonna see of me." Where are you staying at in town?
Staying at the Sage's Manor.
She's gonna nod and say, "Best we split up now. I'm gonna go back to the chantry. That way as few people as possible will be around attacking you. Good work down there, and I'll find out where Lokri went." Amaru, congratulations! You did a crime, and you saved an unrepentant member, and you made a new friend potentially for the future.
Pretty productive.
Yeah, what a heck of a session, and home by 8. I would say you're able to go back to the Sage's Manor. You can clean up, get the blood off of you, and get ready for your date and get to Zenith Rise. It is a little late into the evening, and you're a little late for meeting meet. But, and I don't think this picture is going to do her justice. No. It is splendid. She's a silversmith. She weaves a bunch of silver into very nice dresses. You put a picture of her in armor, which she normally wears for her job. So, Amaru, my final question to you, and then I'll be done torturing you for the night. Does Amaru take off her amulet and leave it at home, or do you continue to wear it?
Oh, tough question. You know what? She's gonna keep it on.
All right. As you start walking down the Earth Road in the center of town, you can see Meat waiting for you underneath the Earth Gate into Zenith Rise. She is talking to a couple of the guards, smiling, laughing, turns, sees you emerging from the crowd, still turned. Maru is shattered right now in your tiefling form, and she's going to, like, with each step you take, back up and say, hey, no, dispel that.
I can't.
She's going to roll her eyes this time, just like expecting the transformation as you get within range of her, and her shattered features are going to come out. Horns and red skin and tail all growing. She is in a nice red and silver dress. You can see there are intricate little workings of silver chainmail built into her dress. And she's gonna say, I didn't make this to accommodate this form, but in either case, you're gonna have to take me out on another date.
If every time I transform you, I have to take you on another date, I will never take this amulet off.
She's going to shake her head and say, I know a good place in the forge ring that's open all night, and the two of you can make your way there. And we will see what Amaru's up to next session, catching up with the rest of the party. Great job, Sora. Great fucking job. That was fantastic. That said, I do see, Jasper, that you are here in Chillin.
Hello?
Hi.
I've been here the whole time.
Yes, I had so as far as Sable goes, you were in the group that was going to do essentially political negotiations inside of Somar Villa. I don't think I want to handle that entirely tonight, but I do want to give you an introduction
I wasn't.
to that. Oh,
Okay, I
sorry,
wasn't.
Go ahead.
I just came here to listen. I just came.
Okay.
I assumed that we're doing that next time, but I don't mind.
Yeah. Let's do that next time when we have everybody.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
what I will say, and we'll end off here, I'll give you a little bit of introduction to Somar Villa. So it is a whole ride south of the, it is south of the capital. It is essentially like one village south. This is, I'm trying to think of like a good metaphor, but I don't know your region well enough to give like a metaphor. But this is just about a few miles, 30 or so down the road. In the distance, when you get to Somar Villa, looking back, you can see the Ardorian skyline just hanging and looming on the horizon. Somar Villa is like a little village outside of the city that has eventually grown to this almost like Paris level type settlement of its own, where all the nobles who do business inside the city, they keep these huge beautiful like millionaire mansions and giant estates outside of Ardor, and that area has just developed, and Somar Villa became from this little villa to what you see is a whole other bustling city. And arriving here, there is a low fog that sits on the ground, and it kind of sets almost this ominous heavy weight over the city. Looking eastward or southwards through this fog, the sun doesn't quite pierce it, as a giant, massive keep in the middle of the city is what this whole place is built around, with 4 rising towers. You can... Oh, I haven't moved you to there. Let's... and you can see the Nakart estate rising in the center of the city. That said, there is a little tavern on the northern road here called Woolgreave, which you all can get your horses stabled at. They accommodate travelers coming in and out of the capital as best they can, and we will pick up there next session. All right. Thank you all so much for showing up. Sorry about the short session, but it was good that we did it like this, because then that way we don't have to handle all that with everybody waiting on stuff. Good frickin' gracious, Amaru. I think I want to give one entire milestone for that brilliant display and that's going to be for the whole party. So, and you know what? I'm going to say also, 30 fortune for Amaru. 30 fortune for Amaru. And, I'm going to give the party 1 loot point, for that. And that will be distributed from Galay of just what she was able to nab off of some of these other people as she was saying goodbye to them. Of just really well done. Whew. Okay, and our next session is going to be on the 21st of September, and hopefully we'll have everybody there. If you've been watching, thank you so much for watching. You're free to hang out with us. Have a great night. Bye! Wait, I didn't have my